you finally did it. You booked the family vacation. The flights are locked in, the hotel is set, and everyone is genuinely excited. Then you land back in the United States after 2 weeks abroad, and the customs line looks like a theme park queue on a holiday weekend. You've got tired kids, overstuffed luggage, and a 2-hour wait staring you in the face. Meanwhile, you watch other families walk straight to the global entry kiosks, scan their passports, and disappear in under 3 minutes. That could be your family. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to make that happen for every single member of your household, including your children. Here's where most families get tripped up. They assume global entry is just for adults. Or they think the process for children is basically the same as for adults. Or they figure one parent handling everything is fine. None of those assumptions are entirely correct, and each one can cost you time, money, or a denial. Let's start with the basics. Global entry has no minimum age requirement. A newborn can be enrolled. A 6-year-old can have their own membership. There is no age floor. That is a fact that genuinely surprises most parents. Next, every person who wants to use a global entry kiosk independently must have their own approved membership. There are no family plans. There are no group passes. Each individual in your family, regardless of age, needs a separate application, a separate fee, and a separate approval. However, and this is critical, children under the age of 18 do not need to attend an in-person interview alone. A parent or legal guardian must be present at the interview with them. In many cases, if a parent already has global entry, a minor child can be added under a streamlined process. But the application itself still must be filed individually. One more thing most people miss. Children under 18 who are enrolled in global entry can use the kiosks, but they process alongside a parent or guardian. They are not meant to walk up to a kiosk independently without a supervising adult present in the international arrivals area. So let's walk through the actual mechanics of getting your whole family enrolled. Step 1 is understanding the application process. Each family member needs their own Trusted Traveler Programs account on the CBP website. For children under 18, a parent or legal guardian creates and manages that account on the child's behalf. You will fill out the same basic application form, pay the fee for each applicant, and wait for conditional approval before scheduling an interview. The fee is currently $100 per person. If you have a credit card that reimburses global entry fees, such as many premium travel cards, check whether that benefit applies per card or per account, because some cards cover one reimbursement per year and some cover all authorized users. That distinction matters when you're enrolling a family of 4 or 5. Once each application receives conditional approval, you schedule enrollment appointments. For minors, you want to schedule all of the family's appointments together at the same enrollment center if at all possible. This saves you multiple trips and allows a single officer interaction to cover the whole group efficiently. At the interview, the parent or legal guardian must be physically present with the minor. The officer will verify identification, ask basic questions, and collect biometric data including fingerprints. For very young children, the fingerprint process is adapted because young children's fingerprints are not always legible in the system, but the enrollment still proceeds. Now here is how family group processing works at the kiosk once everyone is enrolled. When your family arrives at an international airport, each enrolled family member walks up to a kiosk individually and scans their passport. The kiosks are set up so that family members traveling together can link their transactions. Typically, one family member completes the kiosk process first and receives a receipt, and then the family proceeds together to the CBP officer for final processing. Children do not go through this process unaccompanied. Mistake number 1 is waiting until right before a trip. Global entry processing times fluctuate, and interview appointment availability varies wildly by location. Some enrollment centers have appointments available within a few weeks. Others have waits of 3 to 6 months or longer. If you wait until you have a flight booked 2 months out, there is a real chance your kids won't be approved in time. Mistake number 2 is assuming one parent can apply on behalf of all children without both parents' involvement. If parents are divorced or separated, or if a child travels with one parent but not the other, there are additional documentation requirements. A single parent applying for a child in a two-parent household should be prepared to provide documentation demonstrating legal authority to make travel and legal decisions on behalf of the child. This can include a birth certificate, court orders, or a notarized consent letter. Failing to have this documentation at the interview can result in the child's enrollment being denied or delayed. Mistake number 3 is not using the airport enrollment option. Many families don't realize that if you arrive at a participating airport and you have a conditional approval but haven't completed your interview yet, you may be able to complete your enrollment on arrival. This is called enrollment on arrival. It's not guaranteed and not available everywhere, but it's a legitimate pathway and can help close the gap if your interview appointment was pending. Mistake number 4 is forgetting that TSA PreCheck is included with Global Entry. Every approved Global Entry member, including children, gets TSA PreCheck automatically. This means your kids can keep their shoes on, keep their laptops in their bags, and move through domestic security faster as well. This benefit alone covers a significant portion of the enrollment cost for families who travel even a few times a year. The families who have the smoothest experience do a few things differently. First, they apply for the entire family at the same time. Every application goes in simultaneously. This means conditional approvals tend to land around the same time, and you can book one batch of appointments rather than making multiple trips to the enrollment center over several months. Second, they use Global Entry Priority. GlobalEntryPriority.com is a service that monitors enrollment appointment availability and alerts you when earlier slots open up. Cancellations and rescheduled appointments create openings constantly, but they fill within minutes. Having an automated system watching for those slots on your behalf is genuinely one of the most practical things you can do to speed up the process, especially when you're trying to coordinate multiple family members. Third, smart families verify their documents well in advance of the interview. Every family member needs a valid passport, proof of citizenship or permanent residency, a government-issued photo ID if applicable, and any supporting documentation relevant to their specific situation. For minors, a birth certificate is standard. Walking into an interview without the right documents means a wasted trip and a rescheduled appointment. Fourth, they renew proactively. Global Entry memberships are valid for 5 years. If you enrolled your children when they were young, their membership will expire. When children hit certain age thresholds, particularly when they turn 18, their biometric data may need to be updated. Put renewal reminders in your calendar 3 to 6 months before expiration for every family member. Here is the complete process from start to finish. Step 1. Go to ttp.cbp.dhs.gov and create a Trusted Traveler Programs account for each family member. Adults create their own accounts. Parents create accounts on behalf of minor children. Step 2. Complete the Global Entry application for each person. Answer all questions thoroughly and accurately. Any inconsistencies or omissions can flag an application for additional review. Step 3. Pay the $100 fee per applicant. Check your credit cards for travel benefit reimbursements before paying. Step 4. Wait for conditional approval. This can take anywhere from a few days to several weeks depending on background check complexity. Most straightforward applications receive conditional approval relatively quickly. Step 5. Schedule enrollment interviews. Schedule all family members together if possible. Use GlobalEntryPriority.com to get alerts on earlier appointment openings. Step 6. Attend the interviews with all required documentation. For minors, the parent or legal guardian must be present. Bring passports, birth certificates for children, and any relevant custody documentation if applicable. Step 7. Receive approval. Once the interview is complete, approval is typically confirmed immediately or within a few days. Membership is activated and visible in the TTP system. Step 8. Test it on your next trip. Walk your family through the Global Entry kiosk process together so everyone knows what to expect. Children should understand the basic steps before they're standing at a kiosk in a busy international terminal. Getting your entire family enrolled in Global Entry is one of the most practical travel investments you can make. It is not complicated, but it does require coordination, early action, and attention to detail, particularly when minors are involved. Every person needs their own membership. There is no minimum age. Parents must attend interviews with their children. Documentation matters especially in complex family situations. And the single biggest factor in how fast you get approved is how early you start. If your family travels internationally even once a year, the combination of fast customs processing and included TSA PreCheck makes this a straightforward decision. Stop watching other families breeze through arrivals while you wait in the general line. Start the applications today, use the resources available to speed up your interview scheduling, and the next time your family lands back in the United States, you will know exactly what to do. If you found this helpful, subscribe to this channel for more no-nonsense global entry guidance, and check the description for a link to globalentrypriority.com to get notified when appointment slots open in your area. We will see you in the next one.